Welcome to Finance with Abram. We've got an update from Voyager on the current status of our USD in the restructuring process. Now, Voyager states that over the past few days leading up to our hearing on August 4th, we filed several motions with the court to support our objective of maximizing value for all stakeholders, including customers. And these filings are part of the restructuring process and everything they're doing, working through that Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And they said what matters to our customers the most is access to USD, which is held at the Metropolitan Commercial Bank. And actually, what's more important to me is my crypto that's on Voyager, more specifically for me, because I hold way more crypto than USD. But it is important for us to get our USD, of course, for sure. But they're stating that Voyager will work with the Metropolitan Commercial Bank, MCB, to have cash withdrawal requests processed in an ordinary course following a review, reconciliation, and approval process. And our ability to do this is subject to approval by the court. And that court date is on August 4th. So they're saying that they hope to know more about the timing of these cash withdrawals after August 4th, when the court is set to hear this and other motions. And they're working with the court for additional relief, including permission to sell Coinify, a non-core asset of the company. And they said, we previously received court approval to pay employees and other operating costs in ordinary course of business. And they said these bills are paid out in operating cash, not in the accounts of the customers, not from our cash, our USD, the FBO accounts. And so they're saying that they're eager to get additional answers, and we're working to give you ongoing updates in the restructuring process, however it takes time. Definitely the Chapter 11 bankruptcy, like I stated in the previous video, this isn't going to be a quick resolution. This is not going to be a few days or a few weeks, not even a few months, typically with these kind of processes and everything. And so they said they're going to work with, that process and keep us updated with the blog posts and the tweets and everything like that. And so Coinify, let's get back to this right here. So Voyager Digital made a deal to acquire Coinify back in August of 2021 for $84 million, which that was $15 million in cash and 5.1 million Voyager shares worth around $69 million. And those shares right there, they were trading around $13.57 when this deal happened right there. So that was back in August of 2021. And that deal with those shares right there, that, had a lockup period for 12 months where they couldn't sell those shares or anything. And so right now, Voyager Digital is trading at around 16 cents a share. And so, yeah, they're looking to sell that portion of their company right now to get that cash and everything to keep operating, and of course to pay for this Chapter 11 bankruptcy, because it's not cheap, it's not free. They've got to pay, the law firms, the financial advisors, and everything like that. So, but on to, I think, more important news right here. FTX, in a joint offer, is looking to buy Voyager Digital assets. So this was proposed by Sam Bankman-Fried, the CEO, owner of FTX, with Alameda, to purchase Voyager Digital customer assets. So they would have the customers, us, brought over to their FTX platform if we would like to. Now, there's more on this right here. So they said, as part of the proposal, the Felix FTX and Alameda Ventures would allow customers the chance to get liquidity for their Voyager accounts under FTX right there. And Voyager stated that they have nearly about 40 potential buyers on the table for their company and everything. But FTX and Sam Bankman are looking for a response by Tuesday, July 26th, to see if they can sign the deal over the weekend, pretty much. And then they say that the acquisition that would be acquired by Alameda, those assets and everything, the loans, would be available and immediately available cash at fair market value. And they said the second step of the transaction would allow Voyager account holders to get their portion of cash in an FTX account where they could continue to invest in crypto. But they're saying that customers are under no obligation to sign up with FTX, and doing so would be voluntarily. And for those that didn't want to do that, they would continue to retain all of their rights and claims in the bankruptcy proceedings, but would not have access to the distribution of their funds and everything through FTX. So this is very interesting right here. And I know a lot of us are looking for somebody else to pretty much take over Voyager, to acquire, get the assets. So we would have, immediate access for it. So we have to wait for this Chapter 11 bankruptcy to continue playing out and to only get a portion of our cryptocurrency. Because they stated, even with this article right here, they're saying, even if you're in crypto for the long game, you're holding long term, you're holding, you don't want to hodl in this process that we're in right now, where we can't do anything, where we can't withdraw or anything like that. That's not part of it. That's not what I signed up for when I'm holding things long term and everything. So definitely, this is going to be very interesting how this plays out. So we'll see what happens around July 26th. If they accept that deal, sign the papers and everything, get that going, or if it's going to be one of these other potential 40 buyers or something like that. One keynote from that FTX possible acquiring of the customer assets and the loans is that FTX stated they would not they would not be buying the loans to Three Arrows Capital though. So they definitely make that exception, like, yeah, we'll take on the loans, the customer assets and everything, except that mess that you all did with Three Arrows Capital. We don't want any part of that. So that is interesting. But also what they're stating here that, is that accepting the offer, with FTX would protect Voyager Digital clients from depreciation of crypto assets, because our accounts would be based on the value of our crypto on July 5th. So it wouldn't be based on what it is right now. It would be based on that amount right there. But of course, this is under no obligation. If this did happen, they would give the Voyager Digital's customers the ability, the right to just not have an FTX account, to not sign up and everything like that, to just retain their rights with their bankruptcy proceedings and everything like that. So but if we do that, if you go that course, they're stating that you would not receive early reimbursement. So it looks like there's going to be an option if this deal happened with FTX, where either we could go and have our accounts with the FTX, get the value of our crypto as of what it was on July 5th, or stay and let it play out with whatever going on with Voyager Digital and everything like that. So it's going to be very interesting right there what happens. And I'll definitely keep you updated here on the channel with what's going on in Voyager, crypto in general, finance and investing in general, definitely personal finance and investing. Hope you all have an awesome weekend. Take care.